Hello from the National Weather Service in Missoula. This is your planning briefing for Sunday, September 22nd. We'll look at the weather threat matrix. Fairly mild and dry conditions all the way through Tuesday with those typical afternoon westerly wind gusts that we see here in the fall. Winds do pick up on Wednesday and continue all the way into Friday as the ridge itself starts to break down. Chance of a few thunderstorms, north central Idaho, northwest Montana, late Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening. Those could certainly produce some pretty gusty outflow, strong outflow winds if they do develop. Just want to look at the max temperature forecast. The highest temperature is expected Tuesday and Wednesday, anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees above normal, and then slightly cooler as we get later in the week. Min-RH is fairly low, lots of 20s and 30s throughout the period. We do, like I mentioned, get a little cooler late this week, and there's a bit of a response, for slightly higher Min-RHs, but overall, pretty dry period for the next 7 days. The probability of precipitation, we talked about that Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening, especially north central Idaho and northwest Montana. And then again, some slight chances on Friday and then into the weekend. But as far as precipitation amounts, generally less than a tenth of an inch expected with a lot of this activity. In fact, chance of wetting rain is generally only 10 to 15% across northwest Montana, which has the best chance of a wetting rain, so fairly low overall. Sky cover, mix of sun and clouds. Sunday today into Monday, then some clearing Tuesday, Wednesday, and then once again back into kind of a mix of cloud cover. Wind gusts, kind of the standard 15 to 25 throughout most of the period, but there is, like I mentioned, that potential Wednesday and especially again Friday for some higher wind gusts. So speaking of that, the probability of gust over 35 miles per hour. So if we look at Wednesday, 10 to 20% chance for a lot of the valleys, including north central Idaho. Thursday, more of the chances are focused across western Montana. And then as we get into Friday, more like 20 to 40% probability for gust over 35 for western Montana valleys, more like 10 to 20% for north central Idaho valleys. Certainly higher on the terrain through the period. Looking a bit further ahead at next week, leaning toward a below normal precipitation, above normal temperatures. One thing to keep in mind, though, ensemble clusters about 30% show a trough digging down from the northwest. That would present a snow threat for the divide early next week, so 8 or 9 days out. Something to keep an eye on at this point. Definitely just a low confidence level on that, though. Our next scheduled briefing is Thursday, the 26th. Thanks for joining us.